I am a principal scientist at CDM Smith, which is a consulting company that does both engineering and scientific jobs around the world. So I am very lucky that way. If I were to get into the details, I use microbiology to treat drinking water and wastewater better to make sure it's safe for public health and the environment. I'm a registered microbiologist with the Canadian College of Microbiology and a professional biologist, and I love my job. When I was younger, I never thought I would be a scientist. Everybody said I would go to medical school and become a doctor. But really, in third year university, I stumbled across a parasitology class, and I was hooked. I loved microorganisms. I loved the bugs, what they were able to do in terms of survival and adaptability. And in my mind, I just went, wow, all these problems that we could solve if we could really harvest the energy and metabolism of these organisms. I love my job so much, and I know people say that, but I truly mean it for three reasons, I usually say. The very first one is, when you think of water, it touches everyone's life. It is so underestimated how valuable it is until you don't have it. So being in a field where we actually take modern, innovative, adaptable technologies and make them available to everyone feels like such a reward. So this is what we call secondary treatment. These are called biologically aerated filters, or BAF for short. And this is where we use a lot of bugs growing on particles to treat wastewater and sewage and remove the carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus that floods in through the plant before it goes out to the environment in a much safer form. What I love about my job, I usually say there's three very cool things that I can say about my work. I work in an area where I work with water. Water literally touches everyone's lives on a daily basis. Whether you go swimming at a beach, or whether you're washing your dog or drinking a glass of water in the morning, that water went through a tremendous amount of treatment by some really dedicated professionals. And I'm very happy to be part of that. The other extremely cool thing about my job is I work with wastewater, and I know the classic thing is people think, yuck, that's sewage, that's the gross stuff, right? It is a gold mine. It is a gold mine in terms of information. We learned that during COVID when we started exploring what is available to us in terms of virus or bacteria or pathogen information in general that you can extract from wastewater to understand how your community health is actually doing without having to test people individually.